No, it has been a rough day for MATIC. The last 24 hours have been disappointing, and I'm talking about disappointment in the short term, not the long term. But as we look at the daily chart for MATIC here, I had some levels marked that had been in the market, and the market had reacted around since back in November, and that was these levels of 0.93 to about 1. And we had broken that level for the first time since December just yesterday. And we had a nice green candle printed at the top or above this psychological level of 1.0. It's a psychological level because it's a nice round number. And we had closed above it with a nice green candle, and everything was looking, just perfect. But yesterday, MATIC has fallen. A big red candle down through the bottom of this support now and closed in the middle of the support. And as we start a brand new day, we're just about an hour and a half in. We're still seeing red bleeding across all of crypto, as you notice here to the right. So I had such high hopes for MATIC, and I did say in the last video, it was all going to be dependent on what Bitcoin did. Everything is dependent on Bitcoin right now. Bitcoin is where the money is flowing. Bitcoin is what's causing these altcoins to move. For the most part, Bitcoin is over 50% of the total crypto market. So anything that Bitcoin does is going to affect MATIC and these altcoins. And frankly, for the most part, unless you see some altcoins just run up 100% in a couple of days, that's a different reason. That would be because people are pumping money into it, something has come out on the project, etc. But for these more mature coins that are in the top 50 market cap of crypto, they're not blasting off generally 100% in a day. And so they are attached to Bitcoin just because they're larger, more mature coins, and it takes more to move them. MATIC is tied to Bitcoin. Even though we had a good close yesterday, we have suffered a loss today. Let's talk about Bitcoin and why that is. You can see here on the daily chart, we have Bitcoin. Bitcoin has been wrestling after this fantastic run up that we've seen since January 23rd, down here around 38 and a half. We have been wrestling with this 52,000 level of resistance. This 52,000 level is fairly important, and you can see the market is reacting around it. Now, we've got a couple forces in play here, which you would generally see when a market stalls around a level of support or resistance like this. The couple of things we have in play is that are working against each other is we have had this fantastic run up in Bitcoin. Okay, we see that on the daily chart. We've moved up quite a bit. It is looking extended. It looks like it is ready for a retrace. It looks like we have gone up too far and should be going back down to the mean. And most technical indicators like your RSI or your MACD or so forth would show right now on the daily chart we are overbought in Bitcoin, which would indicate a sell-off. Okay, but the fact of the matter is we still have millions, hundreds of millions of dollars coming into Bitcoin as new money into these ETFs. So that might be keeping us pushed up. So we've kind of got a couple of things going back and forth with each other that is battling out this 52,000 level. What I'm seeing is some weakness in Bitcoin. We keep coming down to this level, which is about 50,600. I've marked this level at the bottom of these wicks and the top of these wicks. That's about a 300 point range. But the fact of the matter is, it shows that if we go below 50,000, which Bitcoin has come close to kissing over the last few days, if we go below 50,000, these altcoins are going to continue to fall, MATIC, of course, being one of them. And if that happens, we're going to see MATIC, I don't know if it'll come directly back down to this 0.8, but it's going to definitely enter this level. As you can see, this very second I'm making this video, we are touching the bottom of this range at 0.92. Okay, so why is Bitcoin falling? Well, if you remember my other videos, we have the halving coming up, scheduled here on, not scheduled, but estimated to happen here on April 20th. That is this time period. Historically, before halving, I've mentioned this in several videos, so I'm going to be quick here. We have a run up, which we've experienced. And then about 4 to 6 weeks before the halving, we see a 10 to 20 to 30% retrace in Bitcoin, where we level off. through the consolidation, through the halving. And then a few weeks, a few months after the halving, we see Bitcoin take off, and thus begins the most earnest part of the Bitcoin crypto bull run. All right, all that to say that is how Bitcoin has behaved around previous halvings, and we have a halving coming up in about 2 months, right? So people are asking. Wolf of Wall Street is one who I follow, and he is asking, Bitcoin is correcting. Is the pre-halving top in, or is there more upside to come? And how far can Bitcoin correct? And he has a video on YouTube that he made. I suggest you go listen to that if you'd like to. He talks about the, like I said, is this the top? And that's what a lot of people are asking, because a lot of people study crypto and Bitcoin and are aware of these charts and these patterns that are exhibited around halving. And so people are watching to say, well, you know, is this the top? Are we ready for this retrace? Another reason we might be seeing a retrace is Bitcoin is up 37% in 21 days, as Bitcoin Archive shows us here. Consolidation here would be normal, and it would be. So have patience, okay? So basically what we have to do is wait. That's hard to do if you're new into crypto. That's even harder. When you see red days like this, it's even much more harder. But if you are in a crypto project you like, and I'm supposing you may very well be in MATIC since you're watching this video, you have one job at this point, and I will rely on Lady of Crypto to tell us what that job is. Don't overcomplicate the next 18 months. She writes, your job is to accumulate, hold, and take profit heavily in 2025 when the supposed end to the bull run will happen. I am thankful she said that, although it was my plan already. I do like to see it in writing from other people who follow crypto more than I do, but that is my plan. That has been my plan. I've been very vocal about that on these videos. My plan is to hold my coins through 2024 into 2025 and pull as much of the money I can out of the bull run, supposing my coins go up by several multiples. And if mine go up 4 to 5 multiples, I will be happy. If mine go up 10 multiples, I will be ecstatic. I am in top 50 coins like MATIC. And so I'm not expecting 200 and 300 or 100 times gains coming up because my coins are too mature. But if I do expect multiple increases through 2024, and I would expect it for MATIC as well. So if you see MATIC fall below this support level of 0.92, which it's playing with this very second, do not fear. Nobody likes to see their coins going down. It's not fun, not enjoyable. We like the green days, but don't panic. Don't let it affect your behavior. If you're in crypto for the long term, and in my suggestion is you should be, unless you're a day trader, then hold. Just wait and hold. If you have some more money to put into crypto, then you might get some levels coming up on some retraces, especially if Bitcoin should go back down to 40 to 45,000, which some are calling for. You'll definitely get to pick up more of your altcoins at that point. But myself, I am fully loaded. I have no dry powder left, as they say. I am positioned the way I'm going to be positioned. So for me, it is just a matter of holding. And I still think that for MATIC, after or at some point in 2024, you'll look back and say, boy, even back then when I was a little bit nervous about MATIC, that was a fantastic price. And you would wish you could go back and put more in. Of course, don't put in more than you can risk. That is dumb. All right, that is my outlook on MATIC. Be sure to check back in. We will watch MATIC as we watch Bitcoin and find out which direction this market's going to head. I do think soon we've got to make a move. You know, I can't say that. We could actually just continue to drift down in Bitcoin. This 48,000 level is still pretty strong level. We might just drift through here in this channel for a little bit. But I don't think we'll hold this 52,000 level all that much longer. We've been here for a week exactly. So I would expect a move coming up here at any point in the next couple of days. And we'll get more insight to what the next few days or weeks of the market is going to hold. Y'all take care out there and be careful. Come back. I'll keep you updated.